Hiya.
It's Saturday.
Oh God, you're so bad.
Nearly did it. It's Saturday, 5th of October.
Yeah.
So it's the day after Vida's birthday, my sister. So happy birthday, Vida.
And a week after Rachel's.
And a week after Rachel's. Happy birthday, Rachel, for a week ago.
That's our daughter.
Yeah. It's turned really hot again.
Today?
Today. Oh, I've been up picking some grapes. The last lot of grapes. And I'm absolutely sweating. I've just had to go in and put shorts on. I had jeans on this morning because it was a little bit cooler first thing.
It has been chilly in the mornings.
Yeah, it has, yeah. So we've been into town and got a few bits and bobs. Because for a change, we're at home by ourselves at a weekend.
First one in
You
ages.
seem to have been all over the place just recently.
We've been productive.
Oh, it's been productive, yeah. Yeah, last weekend we were at Adam and Lynn's helping Adam to sort his roof problems out. He hasn't finished, he's got a lot of tiling to do, but we did the bulk of the sort of structural work. And that was nice. We spent a couple of evenings with them. And then you'll see at the beginning of this video is, what, not quite 3 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago. We had more van problems.
It comes in threes. That was the third.
That was the third, so hopefully the last. The CV joint went on the front, been going for a while.
Poor little van.
Yeah. So
It's done a lot of miles.
it has, yeah. So anyway, I fixed that, and yeah, it just seems every weekend we've been busy, haven't we?
Mm-hmm.
So we're busy this weekend, but at home doing our stuff. So
And we've got plenty to do.
got plenty to do. I'm going to put some gutter up later. We need some guttering on the front of the house.
Something we've been meaning to do for a very long time, and it's just like now we're going to do it.
Yep. So I've got the gutter to do that. I'm making some goat cheese for Teresa today, and making the last of the wine. I'm going to go in a minute and wash my feet nice and clean.
Oh yes, sterilise them.
Because I'm going to do the foot stomping method. I've packed all the grape crusher away, and I don't want to get it all out and have to pressure wash it all down again, so I'm just going to do it in that, and then pressing in our little small press rather than get the big one out and get that dirty again. Yeah, Teresa's been busy all week. I keep bringing her back bags of walnuts because everywhere in Bulgaria there's walnut trees, and they're all sort of shedding walnuts now. So there's places on the side of the road. There's one lady I work for who's got fantastic walnut trees.
Huge.
Massive, great big walnuts. So I collect a load from them. So yeah, I keep bringing Teresa back bags of walnuts, which she has to keep shelling.
That's if I can get them all without someone else eating them all.
Yeah, Dex has got a liking for walnuts, so he pinches them and disappears with them. Anyway, so here we go. First of all, it's fixing the van, then a little bit of cider making. We made some cider.
We did.
So there's a clip of the cider
Oh.
making, and then today, like I said, we're back on wine making.
Clive's been very affectionate.
And Clive's being affectionate. So, here we go. So this is another one of those deja vu moments. A couple of months ago I had to do the wheel bearings on the back of the van because they started, well, they went, and now the CV joint's gone off the front. There's our wedding anniversary today, so yeah, nice wedding anniversary present. So I'm now sort of nursing the van into Cider to see if I can get a part ordered. Hopefully it'll come tomorrow and I can get it done. It's one of those things that you never put off what you know is inevitable. It's been going for about 6 months. I just hoped to get through to the end of this month before I had to do it, because that's when the preglet, which is like the MOT, is due. So I was thinking I'd get the whole lot done in one hit, but no such luck. So I've now left it. It's gone. It's all right when it's under pressure. You know, when like now I'm going up a hill, it quietens down. But the moment you're freewheeling or you haven't got a lot of pressure on it, you get the drive shafts wobbling. So I'm just going to replace the whole drive shaft. There we go. Oh. This is what's called stress-free driving. If you're wondering, because I'm filming, it's a very slow little country road. There's not really any danger, but I'm coming up to a main road, so I have to turn the film off now. Such is life. So this is how I spend my days when I'm not working. I'm either working on our garden or fixing flipping cars. So having done the wheel bearings back there a few weeks ago, this drive shaft's gone. I was going to change the wheel bearing, as it's good practice really to do the whole lot in one hit, but it's such a pig to get that off, or get this part off to get to this stage so I can get the drive shaft out, and I've got work tomorrow. I can't be bothered. There's nothing wrong with the wheel bearing that's in it, so I'm just going to literally take the drive shaft out and replace it with the new one I got. So there's the old one and the new one. They're slightly different, but I mean, it was bought by you know, the VIN number of the vehicle, so all the bits that look like they count look the same. So hopefully it'll fit okay. That's a bit different, but I think that's not, the shaft is actually there and that doesn't engage in anything, so I think on some of them they have an intermediate clamp, but it doesn't have anything on this. So I think at some point somebody's probably replaced the drive shaft with a second-hand one off of another vehicle. At least I hope that's the case. Anyway, let's go and put this one on now. So with the van done, which worked, now on to making cider. So the weather's really turned again now. It's gone back to being boiling. We've been doing squeezing the red wine, you know, the grape skins and the must. So in a minute when it's finished, I'm doing it over a period of time because you get hydraulic lock. I think I explained that last time. You squeeze it and nothing comes out. Leave it 10 minutes to squeeze it again and loads comes out. So I'm going to go and start picking some apples. I've got some pears. So when this is done, I'm hoping to crush apples and pears and make a Perry style cider. I used to make a lot of cider in the UK, so hopefully it will turn out as good as it did back then. So this year we've got a decent amount of apples and things, so I'm going to have a go at making some cider. It'll be more like a Perry cider because I've got far more pears than I have apples, but that's a good thing because apples tend to ferment out to dry.
You won't drink it as quick.
Whereas pears, there's a certain amount of unfermentable sugars in pears, so you retain a little bit of sweetness even though it's completely fermented out. So I've not tried using our grape crusher for munching apples. I'm hoping it's going to work. I've taken out the de-stemmer part. I've got my glamorous assistant here to help. Again. And the other slight difference is with apple and pear pulp, it'll just squeeze through the cider press. So I'm having to line it with a bit of straw, and I'll put a little bit around the sides as well and make what they call cheeses, which is layers. Anyway, hopefully this bit will work. So trying to do apples and pears through this was an abject failure. This is as good as it chopped them up like that, and you just can't get juice out of apples and pears if it's chopped up like that. So I've reverted to using a drill with this is just a mixer for paint and stuff, which I've sort of sharpened up with the angle grinder. It's not ideal. I had a really good setup in England with a garden shredder that I'd taken apart and put different blades on, and worked really well, but I didn't bring that over. But this is working okay for the amount we've got, and I'm just now using my little small press. We did use the big press when we put a load through here, but with a 45 litre press filled up, I got 10 litres out. I've had more out of this one, with 2 little pressings, and this is only a sort of little, I think it's only 5 litre press or 10 litres, something like that. So this is now pressing pears at the moment in this one. So I'm just mixing the apples and pears to make a sort of perry stroke cider, but it'll be nice. I used to make gallons and gallons of this in England. It's something I've missed. Last year we had no apples. This year we've had quite a few, but sadly I wasted some in the other one. But yeah, hopefully it'll turn out and we'll have some nice cider for Christmas. So I've just been in and washed my feet and I'm going to stomp on these. I'm hoping that as I squash them down, these 2 other tubfuls of grapes will all fit in the same tub, because I want to leave them on the skins and everything for a couple of hours before I press the juice out. I'm also hoping there's not too many nasties in there like wasps.
Well, I'll be gone.
I don't think there is. So here we go. Yeah. Ooh, I should have put this close to there so I've got something to hold on to.
Good job, you weigh a fair bit, innit?
You're so funny. That wasn't me, that was the... There's certainly a lot of juice in them. It's not me, this.
Yeah, keep pipping.
Right. Let's top.
Watch that snake.
Shut up. Oh, I'm going to fall over in a minute. It keeps slipping that way.
Well, sorry, I can't help because you designate me as camera woman.
I don't know if they're all going to fit.
This is a new meaning. It's not treading water. It's treading wine. Hello, Chloe.
Let's get these squashed down a lot more.
Chloe. Chloe.
We're getting brave.
You're getting very brave, aren't you? Hey, pretty girl. Oh.
Stink bugs.
Come on, you've got a lot more mulching to do yet.
Can you start putting a few, I suppose I can do it, man.
You can do it.
If I put them
You're
all
a big
in one
boy.
big hit, they'll all start overflowing again.
Why did you not just put them in the press?
Because you can't get the juice out so much.
Ah.
They don't, it doesn't squash the grapes, they just sit there and the ones in the middle don't get pressed. So you have to do this first. The other thing is you get a lot more flavour because the...
Oh, feet flavour.
No, because you get more skin contact, the juice gets more skin contact.
I see why that is now, what you pair with things.
Oh, come on, what are you going to come out with?
Cheese and wine.
I thought smart. Right, let's see if I can get some more in without it overflowing.
Oh, you look like you're being a massacre.
Yeah. Just want to get that last bit in here so I can leave them all in the same tub, and then I'll press them in a couple of hours' time. Very squidgy underfoot.
Well, at least the Jays didn't get any this year.
If anybody else has done this, let us know in the comments. Maybe you've been on holiday to France or somewhere where they do this as a tourist attraction.
Ooh. Sorry.
And Teresa's getting paranoid at this.
It's not paranoid.
Or things moving.
It's life-threatening.
There's not many wasps around this. Yeah.
Good.
Oh, yeah, they do have a.
They can actually.
They do have a use, you know.
They can, you know, emigrate. I don't care. That may be too much.
Well.
Ooh, loads of little flyy things.
Yeah, so they're all right.
Ants.
Add a bit of protein to the mix.
Stop chucking them on the.
Better fermentation with a bit of protein. Those are a bit raisiny in there, so we'll leave those. Right, let's see if I can just get this last bit. I'm going to end up with my shorts touching. Need longer legs
And shorter shorts.
Don't overflow.
Precious wine. Too big.
I'll test the juice in a minute, see if it's suitable for rosé. If not, it's got to stay on the skins for while it ferments.
Go away. You get it, Chloe.
So as it stands at the moment, although it's glorious sunshine, we have got rain forecast. But what happens at the moment is there's no gutter here. The floor here is a gully, so that the idea being when it rains it just falls down here and goes off down that way, which works fine. But it does mean that this area always gets absolutely saturated when it's raining, and obviously as it's falling this distance it then splashes, so it splashes the walls, splashes if you left boots or anything. So you can't actually put anything in this area that will stay dry when it rains. So what I want to do, I'm going to be putting guttering along as far as the veranda, and then it can come down. It just means that this area is going to stay drier, so we can store logs and things in against the house without them getting wet whenever it rains. So it's not at all ideal. Unfortunately this is stupid pipe that is the only one we could get over in our shops. Joanne, who normally has decent pipe, didn't have any. I've had to make a bit of a funny thing there because the framework for the vines mean that I can't continue this pipe above the frame like I had there, so it's going to come down and drop into this one that's below it, go down, and then at this end of the drain pipe, the down pipe is exactly the same size as the the junction box, so there must be some sort of sleeve. I didn't see one there in the bits that they had. So until I get another sleeve, I can't actually fit the downpipe, so it's just going to run out of that hole onto the ground below. But at least it gets it past our little area that I'm trying to keep dry. So that's that. Now I'm going to go and press the wine, then we're done for the day apart from making tea. So I've now got to evict Clive from that space and press the wine that I stomped earlier. Colin, sorry, Clive, you're going to have to move, old son. Good boy. Right. Buckets. Don't really need a bag for this, but it'll make it easier for getting rid of the stuff once it's oh, that weighs a lot. Oh. Oh boy, it's hot. So that's the end of this episode. The weather's definitely changed. It was really hot
Yeah, and the mozzies
an
were
hour
back.
ago, and yeah, it was really close. So there were a lot of little bitey insects out there. And
Oh my
Colin,
god! He weighs so much
he's
now.
been fed, and he's come in and raided Dexter's food as well.
Which
So
makes Dex eat his dinner.
he's
He's like a Teletubby.
if Dexter doesn't eat his tea, the easiest way to make sure he does is to let one of the cats in, and then he decides he's going to eat. So
Colin says, "Oh, this is comfy
Yeah.
now."
yeah, don't press him too hard. He'll
No,
explode.
he will. It's like a balloon.
Yep. So again, happy birthday to Vida. Happy birthday to Rachel. And if we don't get one out in time, happy birthday to Iona, because that's coming up at the end of the month. If we do get one out in time, we'll say happy birthday closer to the time.
And happy birthday to my brother Paul.
And happy birthday to Paul. You get away from me again. I'm the same age as him for a month, and then he gets a year older than me again. That's it, I think, for this one.
Yeah, think so.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.